Support LaneSide. Get something cool. Hey everybody, and welcome to another edition of LaneSide Reviews. As always, I am the bearded beast, Rob Johnson, joined once again by Scoops Porter, and somewhere in the ethos is old guy Wayne. But, I don't know. But we're about to go to the lanes with multiple styles to check out some brand new equipment and see how it stacks up. Okay, here we are back on the lanes with our speed dominant player, old guy Wayne Porter.
And he's bowling on the high friction house shot.
Now he should be liking this one because this should be, wow, that hooked.
Well, yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
This is the kind of ball that we like for our speed dominant players. Yes. It's a solid.
Yeah.
It's got a pretty big differential in it.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty furry cover. Tell me about this new HellCat XLR8.
It's got the new Maximum Havoc cover stock on it.
Now this isn't HK22.
No, I think they wanted to go with something a little bit
different,
stronger.
Okay.
A little less clean. But this ball is still clean. That's the other thing we found. We were kind of surprised that it didn't have the HK on it after watching.
Well, yeah,
it, right?
because of the way it hooks and where it hooks.
Yeah.
Is much different than the other HellCats that we've reviewed.
Yeah. This one does have the same core as the last HellCat.
Yep.
And the two Hellraisers that came back out for the re-release.
Yes.
And it's the dot.
Yeah, that
dot
Hellraiser
core,
dot
right?
core was in all of the the quote unquote hell balls that came out from DV8.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's call them the Hell line.
Yeah. It's a hell of a line.
Yeah. And, I mean, the surface on it right now is 500, 1500, which is surprising after throwing it as well. I didn't look that up till later. I expected it to be at least 2,000, like, brought all the way up or something.
Well, yeah, because it is furry feeling. Like, you can feel the grit on it, but it doesn't feel as strong as a lot of the 500 balls that we see.
Exactly.
And I guess that's the skip sanding.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I love skip sanding. If you don't understand what skip sanding is, skip sanding is when you take a low grit like 500 and then put a much higher grit. So you're not hitting it with 1,000. You're taking like the 1,500 or a 2,000 grit and putting over top. So what you create is little peaks on top of the bigger peaks.
So you get those big valleys from the lower grit.
Yeah.
And then little valleys on top of them.
Exactly. And it's just something that some really smart guy, I think, did back in.
Some rocket scientist that we love.
Yeah.
Miss you, Mo.
Yeah. And it gives you a similar reaction to having it 500, but lasting a lot longer. Yes,
we love skip sanding. It gives you those trenches to get the oil out of there and a little bit of an early motion like that.
Yeah.
He's right now you can see he's trying to come around it and create some versatility. But that top surface, in some cases, when you skip sand, you can actually create more distance.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's what we're seeing here because it's not hooking at our feet.
No, and that's what I would expect looking at all the information sitting in front of me.
Yes.
Right? Like,
now this dot core, this has an RG of 2.537, which is actually, I would consider medium, getting closer to higher, which I think is probably used to offset this cover.
Yeah.
She furry. She hook.
And that's what I mean. If you watch him throw, he's getting it down. It's getting down. It's just starting
and
a little bit early and just very going, which is very cool for an asymmetric. There
Boom.
You go.
So when he started, his benchmark's around 20. His first strike, he threw at his normal shot. He was +3 boards.
Yeah.
That shot there was +8 boards.
Yeah.
That is some versatility for a speed dominant player. That's a long range.
Yeah.
And here's throwing it left-handed. That went out.
Yeah, exactly.
Behind the 9-pin on that. That hooked a lot.
Yeah. And it's very continuous for an asymmetric ball.
Yes.
It's not. It's still never going to be as continuous as symmetric.
Like this bonus.
Yeah. Right.
Now, as we say, we always use the bonus just because every company has a ball similar to this with a similar core dynamics, similar style cover, not necessarily exactly the same, but
pretty close numbers-wise, and
that people can compare. And you can see his first shot, he started 2 boards inside, ended up 2 boards outside.
Yeah.
And had more motion than the bonus.
Yeah. Well, and that's what you expect out of a
out of a bigger ball like this.
Accelerate.
It accelerates.
Maybe that's where they got the core from, because you can see like it does want to pick up and go, right?
And you can see it actually got down a little bit farther than the bonus too.
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Yeah.
And they talked about how this ball uses its energy in a different place.
Yeah.
Core dynamics, obviously this cover. As a speed dominant player, do you see him playing this more than one game though?
Depends how thick the oil is.
Okay.
Right?
Now you can see his how much room he had there. He's got himself between 5 and 8 boards.
Yeah.
In theory, he could move in and swing the lanes.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, if he gets a little bit deeper, maybe he can play this for game 1, game 2, and maybe not game 3.
Probably not game 3.
But there's so many other really good balls that he can go get out of his bag and, start throwing,
This is the type of ball that he could start right and create friction.
Yeah.
And move in slowly, and as the lane opens up, when this ball starts to flat 10, he could go to a pearl and bounce it off that friction, increase his impact angle.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a nice view there.
So good ball. Like
this has to be the year. I'm a staffer, so everyone's going to say that I'm biased. But this has to be the year for Brunswick.
Yeah.
HK22 and the changes they've made in core designs and matching up their cores and covers, they've been putting out...
Look at the difference in these two shots.
Yep. They've been putting out very different reactions and hitting very specific performance markers that they want, and their balls are performing.
Yeah. They're definitely, with the 7 brands, they'll be able to branch out and cover so much more things, like your traction, your continuous, your angular, your,
The companies are actually having different, each company has something that they're good for.
Exactly.
And I think we're looking at DV8 here, even though they're pushed a little bit more towards the two-handed player.
Yeah.
This is a kind of ball that not since the Envy, I think I've seen a big ball like this that hooks down lane. And this one might hook more than the Envy, the original Envy.
Yeah, I like this one more than the Envy because of it being that little bit more down lane.
Yep. Look how much it's hooking.
I mean, it hooks a ton.
Now, when you threw the Envy, you had to move way left.
Yeah. And guess what?
You're moving left.
Yeah. I'm going to have to do that with this one, too. I just find that this one kind of gets a little bit further down than the Envy did.
Yep.
That core was crazy. If you look that core up, and, I mean, there might be a new one on the horizon that you can look it up in that, too. But
well, they made a new version of it that hooked even more. I think.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. I don't know.
I
don't know what's going to hook more than this.
This ball is just, it's like I said, it's not up front, though. Like, normally a strong ball like this is hooking at your feet, where this gets clean.
That happened to be 4. Yeah, 4. No, sorry, 8. 8 right.
So that's not.
That's what your dad had to move too.
I mean, I was going to say very continuous or very consistent. That's what I'm trying to say. Between the two of us having to move about the same off our benchmark. So
now they're using computer programs and AI.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
And aliens, and I think they've got a brain in a jar that are designing all these things now. So
don't even go there. Because I have a brain picked that could be in the jar. But
as long as it's not mine, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And you're gonna move. You're gonna keep moving here.
I'm gonna move because this ball is gonna give me that flexibility.
Oh.
Now,
what?
An asymmetric ball. Moving deeper should not leave me a 9-pin.
It shouldn't continue past. It should roll forward.
Forward, yeah.
Yeah.
I should be even leaving friggin' 8s, if anything. Like, hitting a pocket and leaving going through and just barely catching the 5. Not that. Like,
one
that's
of the things
crazy.
that we haven't even covered here. Both you and old guy Wayne, both of these we've gone with slower response layouts. We've gone with, people call them traditionally pin down, slow response. These layouts generally don't hook this much either.
No, this is the layout you put on when you want to move right
and control the pocket.
Yeah. Where this ball is, it's just made it even more of a monster. I think. I'm
really glad that we. Oh, look how far out that one got, and it continued through.
Yes. It still split the 8-9.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't go pin up with this.
Yeah.
Especially for you.
Yeah.
For Wayne, maybe pin up might have given even more response, which I don't think he needs.
No.
But for you, I think it might have been too much.
Oh yeah.
And here's Pooks throwing it. Look at that come back.
Wow.
That's pretty.
And being able to bump it out and not hold it tight is just awesome too. Like.
Now here we are with a bonus, like we said with Wayne. Every company has a ball similar to this, so that way everyone can compare. Not everybody can throw a ball that nice. Let's be honest.
Okay.
I wish I could throw it that nice. Now here we are with the XLR8. Now since we've got a HellCat and we've got a HellCat XLR8, are we going to get like a Demon Cat to go with the other cars? the Demon Cat XLR8? Are we going to get a Doja Cat?
Doja Cat.
I'll take a Doja Cat.
We need a Roadrunner.
No, man, I'll take a Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
She keep it juicy. Just like this ball. Watch. Yeah. Look at the difference.
Yeah.
Look how deep you are in comparison.
Yeah. And it actually goes outside.
It does. Hook's about the same spot, which is nice. So we know the distance. You have some variation with distance.
Yeah. But that's
a lot of hook.
It's such it's a nice ball. It reminds me of when the Hellraiser Revenge came out.
Yep.
And those ones, maybe even the Terror.
I was about to say, this reminds me a lot of the Terror.
Yeah. You got also, like, that was a few years ago, so the volume difference is a lot different. But it's got a very strong continuous motion for an asymmetric ball, which is, the best of both worlds for me, man.
Look at it. Inside feet, we've got, I'm going to say 5 to 6 boards minimum. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That thing. I'm going to say at least 8 boards total hook difference. Yeah. Same as old guy Wayne. So I think if you need traction, time to accelerate your game.
For sure.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a show. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.